All right, Mike McDaniel's here, second year in a row. What's going on, buddy?
Just second year in a row in it. It's my fourth year, but more importantly,
well, no, but I didn't talk to you 2 years ago,
so
3 years ago. I mean, what's the point?
Right.
You know, you were probably wandering around being like, where is he? And then now, second year in a row, here I am. And I know that's a big deal for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there you go.
For all of us.
I have a question about your look. I'm going to start here. Was the Miami waiting to come out of Mike McDaniel, or did you get to Miami and you were like, this is my look? Like, how was it revealed?
No, it's really, really weird in terms of abnormal to like for me, since I've been dressing myself, I haven't, for whatever reason, like I've just tried to I've kind of liked my own things, not based upon what I see, but I just wear clothes.
Yeah.
Right? And I've always kind of, adapted to where I'm at in life. I once, at one point, wore Jinko jeans, right?
How baggy?
I don't, like it was in 7th grade, and they're pretty baggy. I don't wear those anymore. So like you're adjusting. For me, I think there's a lot of Miami and Mike, I guess. But I don't, people talk to me more than I work at it. It's
just effortless.
No, you have to, it's not effortless. You have to, when you're 5'3" as a freshman in high school, you gotta level up in some way. So you figure out how to have things complement each other. Maybe you get a compliment, on your outfit during a conversation, or you just adapt and adjust. But for me, I focus on being a professional coach, and then enjoy clothes that I can match up. But I don't think about it too much, and I'm not trying to have a look. It's just me.
Is there a key to dressing Miami in general?
I know legally clothes are mandated.
That's true.
So I think it starts there.
Yeah.
I think kind of the appeal to me of Miami is there's a ton of culture, and there's a lot of different, that can mean a lot of different things. Are you talking, South Fort Lauderdale?
That's different
versus
than South Beach, Coral Gables.
I mean,
different places.
But it's an eclectic palette.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of culture, and you can wear jackets outside, or you can wear some sort of clothes that's legally mandated.
You are sweating profusely, so I don't know about the jacket thing.
Yeah,
necessarily. I'm also wearing a jacket.
Again, I am tough enough to sweat. I will get over it very shortly as I'm in 62-degree air conditioning for the next 3 hours.
Biggest difference between the 2024 Dolphins and 25 Dolphins will be what?
I think the 2025 Dolphins will flourish on the lessons learned in part of the 2024 Dolphins. I think it's football is very analogous to life, and it's always humbling. The National Football League specifically, and it's what you choose to do within that humility that really is your actual story. So I think our team has found, over the course of the 4 years, or over the course of the 3 years, each team is different. Each team has lessons that the next team can learn from. I think, the core fabric of our football team is hungry in the right way, motivated for the right reasons, tooled with the right coaching, and I think we're completing the off season from a player acquisition standpoint. We're positioning ourselves to do what needs to be done to be good. And I think everything beyond that is, something that I think this team won't focus on, because we've been blessed with people having a lot of things in their minds that aren't belief in the football team, and that's a present that we all can accept and choose to utilize if we want.
Beautiful answer. Tell me something I don't know or don't appreciate. Just let's say I'm a baseline NFL fan. I don't appreciate enough about Tua Tagovailoa.
I think relative to all players in positions or platforms where you're the face of the franchise. If you take that as a category, face of franchises, relative to all sports, I think you should have an appreciation of a foundational element of sport, and he's always getting better. He's always improving on things in his game. That's one thing that I think is supremely important, specifically at the quarterback position. But something that I think people don't really recognize. All the best players in all of our sports that we all loved or grown up loving, the common denominator is there's players with talent that continue to attack and master the position, and it takes time. And I think his strength will be what he'll lean on as his career continues. That he's going to be a better version of what the world last saw of.
Let's do some fun rapid fire. First,
Boom.
Give me the best play call you've ever seen. No, not from you. Just like you could be on the sidelines for it, could be your boss, whatever. Just like, holy crap, this was the best call at the right time. History of offensive football that you've seen.
The most impactful was Mike Shanahan and Gary Kubiak combo in 2005 against, realistically, as I review it in hindsight, a much better Philadelphia Eagle team in 2005. There was a offensive personnel package of one wideout, two tight ends, and two running backs. And the Philadelphia defense was way better than we were offensively. But they had limited amount of defensive calls in this one personnel group. And Coach Shanahan saved 2 drives of not calling the down block tackle pull. And did the play that's mirrored to it, set it up twice, and then finally called it. Probably 4 play calls after my first year in the league, being like, "Call the play," and it went for like an explosive touchdown.
That's awesome.
It was awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Defensive play caller that you dread seeing on the schedule.
I don't know what conference it would be in, but Bill Belichick was a beast. He gets a lot of credit. I'm not sure if he gets the appropriate credit for the defensive mind and application, uniformity, unpredictability, outside the box problem solving. The last time we played against him in 2023, he just had this odd idea of a defensive game plan of guys in positionless football just standing in the areas that we usually like to throw. And it was like, what? This is unique. So, things like that. He was a force football-wise, and And there's a ton of really good coaching. I think, all the way. I think a guy that doesn't get enough credit is Coach Gannon in Arizona.
Yeah.
And just he's kind of taken a non-traditional approach to feature a really good player, Buda Baker. There's guys all over the place. A lot of blitzing going on, a lot of shell coverage, a lot of defensive coaches that are really good at their jobs.
If you ever want to see beautiful football, listener, viewer, Buda Baker's run stops.
Oh yeah, he's kamikaze. He's you just commend him because you're like how are you this fearless? He's playing as though he's the biggest player on the field.
Insane.
Yeah, but they do a great job complementing each other, where they've kind of built a unique system that isn't off any particular format from that I've seen in the NFL, where he's able to do those highlight things more and more, which is what you do with your key players. So hats off. He's a downhill tackler.
Yes. A couple more for you. We do badasses.
Bob Sanders.
Bob Sanders.
Google Bob Sanders. Yes. Buddha is modern day Bob Sanders.
That's excellent. Yeah. That's an excellent point. We do badasses. Most badass person who've been around. Last year you gave us Julio Jones. Julio's in the Pantheon. The NFL took that and took your words and put a highlight reel of Julio Jones being a badass over it this time last year, and it was the coolest thing I've ever seen.
Why didn't I see that?
I don't know.
I would love to see that.
It's on the NFL Instagram. We'll find it. We'll send it to you.
Sure, it's great.
But because you talked about a couple different plays and you cobbled it together. Anyway, Julio he's not eligible. He's already in the Badass Hall of Fame. Who are we giving the Badass Award to? The second biggest badass you've ever been around.
Aaron Donald.
Yep.
Yeah. Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald, very quick.
Yeah.
Very quick response. So he was it's a tool that, I think we utilize, particularly with the staff that was trying to problem solve this in San Francisco. But as a staff offensively, he pioneered every offensive play. We took into account where he was and built it from blocking him with two people out. So run or pass. And I've never we'd never gone that extreme, but through if you single blocked him, it was a wrap, like the craziest high percentage. So he really disrupted. He dictated everything you had to do offensively at a literal every play level, and that I think there was one time the COVID year, it was COVID 2020 at the Rams, you could the one play, or he was double teamed and he swam outside the double and strip tackled Raheem in the backfield and ran it back for a touchdown. And we were like, what? Well, the only reason we called the play was to double him. Yeah. So, he fits that category easily.
Beautiful. Last thing, I was watching the other day, it popped up on TikTok, the video of Johnny Manziel and you pretending to argue before a touchdown where he plays wide receiver, defense had no idea. Your acting in that is underrated.
Well, thank you. It was my, it was like me, really, really finding any way to get on camera. That's clearly an only child move. Times. No, it was it was the first time I executed that operation.
Concept.
My job was to make it look real. No, it was Coach Pettin's, and Kyle was concerned with calling the game or something. So I was like, I can help.
I can be the guy pretending to yell.
But yeah, in my mind, I was more prepared than if you read my lips. What I said, it was.
What'd you say?
Read my lips.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll get those screen
It
grabs.
was-
We probably can't do the actual highlights.
I didn't think that was going to be the line, but it was the line.
Thank you, buddy.
Appreciate it.